Hello lovelies, welcome to your August readings on this beautiful day at the beginning of July. It's Lorien here and I'm just going to be bringing you these readings for each sign. You can check out your rising, your sun and your moon sign if necessary or if you feel like it. The good news is that my noisy neighbours, my very noisy neighbours, have actually gone on holiday now for a week. So I'm able to bring you these videos very early because it's all nice and peace and quiet and I don't have to do this in spits and spots. So that's wonderful for me. Hopefully it's going to give you enough time to prepare for August as well. If you'd like to contact me for a personal reading, my email's below. I would love to hear from you, and as always, your subscriptions, your comments, your likes, everything that you interact with regards to me on my Facebook page and my Twitter, it's very appreciated. The response has surpassed anything that I intended when I actually brought out this channel, so I just want to thank you all. I am sorry that again I don't have a video camera. Things keep cropping up regarding bills and things, so I do apologise for that, but so long as the message is getting out there and so long as the readings are still resonating with people, I am going to continue to do it this way, at least until I'm able to get a better webcam at least, which is actually able to fine tune and fine focus the actual footage of the cards. So thank you for your patience with me. Thank you for sticking with me and listening to my guidance every month. And I do hope that August is very good for your sign, whichever you are. Hello Gemini, thank you for tuning in for August reading in 2015. As usual, I'm using 4 cards along the top to indicate approximately a week of energy for the month of August, and the tarot or oracle card below will show the general feeling or message for that particular month. Now I do apologise if I sound a bit stuffy. I have terrible hay fever today, so I will do my best to just try and keep the message as clear as possible despite my stuffy nose. But let's have a look and see what the message seems to come through for the month of August for you, Gemini. Now, although some of these cards can bring with them a sense of worry or loss, I would say that the upswing is very strong when it comes to this for you at this point in time, because with the start of the King of Cups in the first week, I would be leaning more to the fact that this means you're going to feel more in control of your relationships. You're in a very good state of mind, you're in a good state of being, and if you are wanting more control over certain aspects, I would say that you will have, balanced male and feminine energy so that you will be able to control things in a fair way. And I would say that there is a kindness and compassion here. Perhaps in the past you've not been able to really communicate your emotions or communicate very well when it comes to what you need from people or what you would expect from people, because emotion is not something that a lot of air signs can express without fearing the way that they come across. Otherwise they are perfect communicators. So I would say in the first week it does appear like you will be feeling at least balanced enough to make sure that things in your life are going the right direction. This doesn't have to be brought down in the second week by the presence of the devil, because it's not a frightening card to interpret. Especially with regards to this deck, the interpretation that they brought when it came to this particular card for this artist and this creator, they were actually focused more on the fact that it's a masculine energy, and it was more about the god Pan, because it's more a pagan imagery. Now, pagans don't believe in the devil. Witches don't really believe in the devil either, because it's more of a Christian construct. However, I can understand why the fear seems to come through when it involves the devil. In most cards, it does inspire as a kind of gloomy, doom-ridden situation. But I think it's important for you to remember that no matter what your current situation, you will always have options to choose from. So I don't think your options are limited. I feel like somebody's trying to say the devil's in the details here. You can be going forward. In fact, I think you can be very forceful energy. You can be kind of the lone person who feels like they're doing everything by themselves, and it can be looked upon as being rebellious. You do go against a lot of expectations, whether that's a good thing or a bad thing. For instance, if you focus more on your work life than your family life, some people might not appreciate or expect that. They may expect you to be doing something more balanced in that respect and within your role for the family. But I would say that in general terms, it's a very strong feeling of getting out. I don't know why they're just saying getting out. There's an image that's coming here through here, and it's almost like the cage, and you're stepping out of the cage. Don't let other people tell you what you can and cannot do. I don't think you do anyway, but if you do come to a conclusion, be sure that you're coming to it on your own. It's crucial, I think, in this week to remember that you can free yourself from whatever restrictions are holding you back. Because, if you go by the Lucifer story, he was one that felt repressed and he decided to leave. And he was kind of the person who decided what was best for himself. And I do feel that that's going to be a lesson that you may learn in the second week. Whether it's big, whether it's small, whether it's mundane, whether it's life-changing, you are going to get that chance within this week. Now, in the third week, when it comes to the Six of Pentacles, I do feel that, again, you get the benefit of the weeks gone by, because it is turned for the better, particularly with regards to money. It is one of the more positive pentacle cards, and it's equality again, it's balance, fairness, and I do feel that you're going to be heading into a more positive cycle around that time. It's almost like you are going to be, I think, in demand. You are going to be giving to other people less fortunate than yourself. I do feel that your generosity will possibly not even be limited to finances or, helping other people out. I do feel that this is actually going to be support, like a listening ear, or something far more important than money can actually buy. So if you're the one that's offering it, that's great. But if you're the one that needs it, don't be too proud to accept if this is offered to you. If you are in the intended person that's actually being given this help or this chance, don't just say no because you're too proud. Everybody needs help once in a while. So I do think that in that week, you are going to find something that's going much better for you. The important thing is not to actually get downtrodden with the fact that you feel like you need to repay this person who gives you this sense of well-being. And if you're the one that's giving out the generosity, don't feel like you are burdened by how many people you are giving this generosity to. You can limit yourself, because when the Nine of Wands comes up, the first and best step is to often take a deep breath and calm down, because things may start to be getting you worried or overwhelm you. Just take it one day at a time, and at least some of your worries in this week will very likely turn out to be imaginary. So if you get very specific on what you're afraid of, pick it apart, be calculating and analytical. You're a very good sign for that. So what's the true likelihood of your worries actually coming to pass here? The more you focus on the negative and the worry, the more you will actually bring this about. And that's certainly in my experience and many others as well. But I would also say that if you do worry, it's not really going to change anything. Worry just makes you even more stressed, and it can cause more mistakes if that's what you're concerned about. So just try and go through like you normally do. Don't really pay attention to what could go wrong. Pay attention to what could go right. And I think you'll be more pleased with the results if you do that. Now, with the Oracle card at the bottom here, saying the Goddess of the Moon, she comes to me in a very strong pattern, because to me she represents my own practice. But I would say that this, when it messages in a general way, her message just seems to be that of enjoying that which is there and enjoying that which is, everybody knows the moon. Everybody knows the moon. It's there for intuition, it's there for power, it's there for just watching everybody. And I think being that very strong presence, I think it's also a reflection of things because it reflects the sun's light. It can also reflect the need to occasionally go within and see what your inner truths are. So if you don't like the fact that you are being guided to do something that you're not comfortable with, you can always step away and it will be guided for you. Your instincts now and your insights are all going to be from your soul's point of view. And receiving this card, I would say, is time to kind of use your instinct as to these types of issues. For instance, you could get the urge to take a different route home from work and find out later that you've avoided a 3-hour traffic jam. Or you might have a brilliant idea for a new way of doing things and you help everybody in the process. That could be part of your giving back and your generosity in the third week. So whatever ideas come to you, pay attention to them because they're there for a reason. They're giving you this insight so that you can really cling to something and make that change and make a difference. For me, I have a Gemini moon, so this kind of makes sense for me in my practice as well as my personal life. In general, I would say that this month is about learning to take your intuition because your intuition is connected to your corest part of yourself. It's to the truest part of yourself. It is to the path that you're meant to be on. And I would say that the more you listen to that, the better off you are going to be in the long run. But I do hope that you have the best August because it seems to be preparing for September. September is a very strong month for a lot of signs, yourself included, so I'll hope to see what comes up in the next month's reading. But if you'd like me to do a personal reading for you, one-to-one, just get in touch below and we'll see what we can arrange together. If you do want to buy a reading that's already frameworked on Etsy, just buy one of those and then I'll respond to that as quickly as possible. But in the meantime, I do wish you the best of the rest of the month. Do let me know how things go for you and take care.